Happy January 6th. It is almost the end of the first full week in January 2019. And Andre and I are here to move and groove you into the month of January. So we have a few things that we want to start with, some little announcements and things like that. And then we're going to do some training. So first, our song, Are You Ready for It? Baby, Let the Games Begin. So I have to tell you a funny story. Andrea didn't know I was going to tell you this. So yesterday she was at her fall advance, and she was telling everybody about, oh, my senior loves this song, are you ready for it? And I told her, I said, there's only 2 lines in the song that we can even repeat, because the rest of the song is about all of Taylor Swift's past relationships, and it can be very vulgar. So if you are downloading that song thinking this is Joanna Scheib's new theme song, it is not. Just 2 lines from the song are my theme song. And Baby, Let the Games Begin. Are you ready for it? REDY for it. I just thought that was cute. It just kind of stuck in my head. So, all right. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is now that you're gearing up your new year, you've made a fresh commitment to your business. You are ready to track the cruise. You're ready to get into your red jacket in January. You know we get double credit in January towards the cruise. So the first thing I want to remind you of is something that I know you guys find very, very boring. And you're like, I don't want to do my homework. I don't want to do my reading. I don't want to fulfill my business commitment. Well, guess what? You need to do this. Weekly accomplishment sheet. We trained on it yesterday at my new consultant training. And by the way, I quickly apologize. We were having so many problems recording it. There was so much going on, so much movement that it didn't get recorded. So Andrea and I are going to be working on some recordings for you guys for new consultants anyway. But the thing I want to tell you guys is this weekly accomplishment sheet is not only your accountability to your director, but it's your accountability to yourself. Because when you do this every Sunday, I close up my weeks on Sunday. Every Sunday, you do your weekly accomplishment sheet. Next December 31st, the last week of the month or of the year, you'll download the last WAS you have and then pull in your outside receipts, and you're done. That's your whole accountability. How much you ordered, how much you sold, how much you gave away, and what the balance is on December 31st. So I just want to encourage you guys, start doing this now. Develop some new habits now. It'll take you about 12 to 13 weeks for it to be a true habit. Put it in your phone, do a reminder every Sunday, set off your alarm every Sunday at 5 o'clock, and that is to do your weekly accomplishments. The other thing I want to encourage you guys to do is your monthly Perfect Star contest. Okay, I had 3 consultants that consistently ordered 600. They earned their You Hold the Key jewelry every month, July through December. So I'm sending them extra stars for their star bar. We can come up with our own fun things to do, but you've got to show an interest. If you're not turning in your monthly Perfect Star, oh, let me turn that off, sorry. If you're not turning in your monthly star tracking, please do so. Okay, in touch, all you do is submit it to your director, and then this, you just copy down everything you did. We have all kinds of ways you can track. We have Star Day tracking, which is every single day you can track what you're doing if that's what you like to do. The second page is a tracking sheet on everyone you called, everyone you facialed, all the parties, your sales, all that. You guys, this is it right here. This is it. You could literally track every contest that we do and the company does by using the monthly Perfect Star contest. Andrea and I worked very, very hard on this past summer. We tweaked it. We actually made it easier to earn stars. And I know even yesterday they were going, what's a star bar? It's gorgeous. Just the bar itself is beautiful, and you will get lots of attention for it. It doesn't say Mary Kay, so you're not advertising your business at work or school or whatever, so you can wear it. It goes cute with a denim jacket and cute leggings. It goes great with your Mary Kay beauty coat. It looks fabulous with your dress-up clothes and with your red jacket. So I want you guys to really focus on this. Those 2 things right there. If you only do one new habit, do your weekly accomplishment sheets, and do your monthly Perfect Star contest. Now, we have other things going on in the company right now, but hang on, I'm going to pull out the big 3. Andrea, I just had that in my fat little fist, and now I don't see it. Okay, so the big 3, you guys, is what you're working for from July 1st until June 30th every year. The number 1 of the big 3, and if you look on my website under new consultants and you go under new consultants and it says the big 3, it has what is required to be on Mary Kay's National Court. Now you may say, oh my gosh, It's January, only has 6 months to go. How can I be on a national court? You can. It's a decision right here. So Andrea's going to talk about that in a few minutes. The decision. National Court of Sales, National Court of Sharing. You walk on the Mary Kay stage, you earn diamonds, you get prizes, you wear a sash, you wear an evening gown, you're a rock star. The next level is the Go Give. And just like I explained yesterday in New Consultant Training, we do not have a national sales director. We're part of Sapphire Go Give. So Go Give has its own level of national court, or Go Give Court of Sharing and Go Give Court of Sales. And so you win prizes from them as well, which is pretty cool. Okay. Then we have our unit courts. So each court is a little bit easier to achieve, but start somewhere. Set your dreams really, really high. Go for national. And even if you don't reach it, you'll be on princess courts of Go Give. And if you set your sights for Go Give and you don't quite reach it, you'll be on the unit court. Just start somewhere. Set a goal. Set a goal, break it down, break it down, break it down, and put a timeline on it. So hard for us to do because we're being reactive and not proactive. And that is very important. So I want to know, what is everybody's goal for January? And when you say, oh, I'm going to do 100 faces in January, or I'm going to have 5 new team members in January, or I'm going to sell $1,000 in January. That is awesome. Whatever your goal is, we want to support you in that. Now, here's the deal, guys. If you don't break it down and you don't show what you're going to do each week, each day to move towards that goal, then you're going to come up at the end of the month. You're going to go, oh, I didn't reach it. Now I'm embarrassed. Now I'm beat myself up. I'm a failure. And you're just going to be kicking yourself. So I've had a couple of consultants have huge goals, huge, anywhere from 60, 50, 40, and 30 faces. Okay, how many faces will you have done each week? Break it down. Now, if you're saying, well, Joanna, I don't have that kind of time to commit to my business right now, but I would love to make $500 this month. Well, that's $1,000 in sales. $1,000 in sales based on your average is about 10 to 12 faces. How many faces are you going to do each week? When are you going to do those faces? And how can we, as your directors, support you in that? If you say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then you sit around till January 15th, and then you have a snowstorm, well, then you've got an excuse. We don't want you to have an excuse. Okay? We want it done, at least halfway done by the 15th, because that will give you that confidence, that security, that affirmation to yourself that you can do it. You have the skills, you have the abilities, and you have the heart, and you are taking the initiative to work. Work while it's just raining outside, not snowing. Work but before you catch a cold. I can tell you, I had so many things rescheduled the last week in December and the first week in January because people's kids are sick. Work while you can, so that when you can't, you have those acorns stored up for the winter. Okay, so that's the weekly accomplishment sheet, your monthly perfect star contest, and the big 3. Last but not least, let's talk about the cruise. The cruise. You know, you may say right now, oh, thank you, Andrea. You may say right now, oh my gosh, there's no way. There's no way. I mean, I could probably do the sales, but the team building, I mean, I haven't recruited anybody in a year. I've never recruited anybody. Or, well, I recruited 4 people a couple of years ago, but now they're not doing anything. Okay, that's okay. It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. It's a decision. It is a decision that you're going to achieve it, and then you're going to put that plan into action. Again, Andrea's going to cover that. I'm stealing her thunder. All right. So this is what she gets for telling me what she's going to talk about before I start talking. Excuse me. See, now I'm getting it. But the thing about the cruise, it's 3,600 in wholesale orders from January to June. It is 6 qualified, Great Start qualified team members. If they come in January, they have 4 months. If they come in February, they have 4 months. If they come in March, April, May, June, they have 4 months. If they come in April, they have 3. If they come in May, they have 2. If they come in June, they have 1. Everyone has to be active and finished by June 30th, and to have 3 red jackets on your team. I know you're thinking, okay, I can do the sales. And if I do the sales, I do the faces, I'll probably find the team members, especially if I allow my director to walk alongside me. But how am I going to get 3 of my people to get in their red jackets when I'm just getting in my red jacket, or I'm not even in my red jacket? Well, that's called momentum. So in establishing your goals and breaking it down and then doing the activity, you're going to build your momentum. And this business is like anything else. You have ups and downs, ups and downs. As long as when you hit the down, you've got your goal set, you've got it in front of you, you are posting it everywhere. Where's my little postcard right here? You are posting it everywhere, okay? You are looking at it constantly. It is in your face. Then when you hit those downs, you're going to go, you know what? This will make me stronger. This will make me stronger. Okay, so we wanted to talk to you guys about closing the sale again, because yesterday, well, in just a minute, we're going to go into it. So we're going to talk to you about closing the sale again. But you know what? Yesterday in training, that is the biggest thing that everybody says they're scared of doing, is closing the sale. So we're going to revisit this again today. So get ready. We did it on November 26th. You can go back and listen to that video. But Andrea learned a few extra little things that she's going to share with you. Isn't it awesome? That's going to enhance that experience even more. So you're going to want to make sure you listen to this today, watch this today, and then go back and listen again and again and again. The good thing is you can fast forward to about this point in the recording. So make sure you're ready to take notes. This is a game changer. All right, Dre, take it away.
Okay, let's go back to the cruise. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Yay!
On January 1st, Mary Kay launched the cruise. Maybe you're just coming into this call today and you're thinking, okay, I've been on vacation. I haven't touched my email. I haven't read In Touch. I have no idea what's happening. Joanna just told you some of the qualifications, but you know, the bottom line is we are all at ground zero. Now it is 6, so maybe some of you have already had new team members or had some wholesale orders to Mary Kay. But if you're sitting there and experiencing some things like I did this weekend, don't worry, girlfriend, we got time. So I have been at the January Advance here in here in San Diego, and I came back a little early because my daughter has a tournament. But as I was sitting there, everything was about the cruise. The theme is Destination Red. Everything we're talking about is how to earn this cruise, whether you signed up a minute ago or you've been in Mary Kay for 54 years. This is for every single one of us. But I started to pay attention to what was happening to me and what I was feeling. And I want to share this authentically because I really believe that if I'm feeling this, and I've been in this business for 22 years, then goodness gracious, a brand new person is going to experience this like 10 times worse. So it's all good. You guys, take a deep breath. One more. Anytime you start to not know what to do, take 4 deep breaths. You need to give oxygen to your brain. And here's what I sat there and started to feel. I was feeling anxiety. I was feeling, if I'm honest, and I really look at the depth of it, I'm procrastinating, or I could have procrastinated because there's an ultimate underlying fear. And so I want to be honest with you and tell you that after my surgery, I don't have the kind of momentum that Joanna has. I haven't necessarily met as many people as I normally do. And so I was sitting there seeing all of this, hearing all of this, getting excited, but then also like this push-pull because I'm scared. And I want to give you this first step because until you acknowledge what really is happening, you can't take the next step. So it's okay, you guys. It's absolutely okay if you're experiencing a little bit of fear. If you're like, oh, I want to say yes, but I don't know if I can do it. And what if I try and everybody else achieves and I'm the only one that doesn't go on the cruise? I mean, anybody else feeling that way? Okay, good, because I'm not alone. So that's the first step. But then guess what? The next step is to take breaths and to say, do I really want this cruise? Would I be excited on July 1st to turn to my entire family and say, we did it? I'm taking your dad on a cruise for free, but guess what? You can come too. Because if you don't know that, you can take additional people, but Mary Kay will pay for you and one more person with the airfare. So this is something that I want you guys to all take a deep breath and relax. And then ask yourself, would I really love to be a part of a whole vacation filled with your Mary Kay sisters? Talk about blowing your mind with people who are going to say to you, yes, you can, yes, you can, yes, you can, yes, you can, instead of all the people around go, yeah, that's too hard. Yeah, I would wait until the kids are out of school. That's too much for the family. You see, Mary Kay and being around us help you to achieve and think bigger and achieve bigger. So here's where I want to go. Number one, it's okay if you're experiencing fear, but every procrastination comes from fear. So the moment you can recognize it, now you own it instead of it owning you. Step number 2, you got to start every single day. You've got to force yourself, put sticky notes everywhere to watch that video. Watch that video, because the moment you change your sensations, you will start to actually take different steps. So we start with the sensations help us believe, but then we've got to take a step, and emotion follows motion. So the more we take steps, the more we go, okay, I actually can do this. Oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. Oh, it's a done deal. You see that progress? And we all are going to go through this. I know Joanna's Superwoman, so she may not go through this, but I will tell you, it is normal. And we all have this opportunity, but we want to work with our vision has to be greater than our circumstance. So with that being said, I want to tell you the last thing. I worked through, this is what we call working through and self-coaching. The more you do this and you recognize, you can get yourself back to that emotional cycle, back to the beginning of, okay, I'm excited again, I'm powerful. And on the way home yesterday, as I said, okay, Lord, I don't know the how, but I'm in. And I just kept going through people. I turn off all the noise. I don't listen to the radio. I listen to Mary Kay, or I had Joyce Myers on my podcast, and then I turned it off, and I was in prayer time, and I'm driving, and God said at the stop sign, turn right. Now I was heading home, and I said, oh, where am I? Oh my gosh, my client, Yvonne, who is the owner of a bakery here in town, we haven't had her second appointment, and she was excited. And I said, oh my gosh, she's there right now. Turn the car into the parking lot. And guess what? Because I said yes, God opened a door. And Yvonne said, I'm so busy. I can't even do anything. I'm working 7 days a week. My bakery's doing so well. I said, well, what about lunch? Yeah, I could do lunch. Okay, can you do it on Tuesday? Yep, I'm there. So you guys, this is what it means to say yes and have magical miracles. And I believe they're godly miracles when you say yes and you get in the game. So that is my 2 cents for how to get yourself physically and mentally going. So now you're with somebody. Now the powerful part is helping them say yes to the product. So Joe, why don't you share some more about our sales?
Okay, so when you are doing your Mary Kay appointments, and you always start with, we're going to do 3 things today. I'm going to introduce you to Mary Kay, the company, because women want to know the company that they're buying from. And the second thing is I'm going to introduce you to the Mary Kay products. And then the third thing is we're going to have an individual consultation where you'll be able to make a buying option choice. And there's no pressure to purchase anything, but I dare you not to fall in love with this product. Got that from Christy Cox. And it's so funny. This is how she says it. Girlfriend, you don't have to buy anything, but I dare you not to fall in love with the products. So if you need to put on a Southern accent, do so. All right, so then I go through my whole show, go through the appointment at the end. Of course, always doing the time-wise on the back of the hand. That's why we save satin hands for the end. Do you want to be right with your skin or left behind? Excuse me. And then doing the closing at the table. So my closing at the table, and I know Terry Skill's got a strong closing at the table. I've seen it. It is beautiful. She's trained on it before on my past conference calls. But I just go right back to that 4-layer of the starter, not the starter kit, the hang-up bag. And that is the basic skincare, the ultimate, adding the glamour, and then adding some body care. And I have added something to my Ultimate Miracle Set. When they purchase the Ultimate Miracle Set, I give them the foundation as a gift. That's it. They just get the foundation. Because I don't want them picking a lip gloss or a mascara or an eyeshadow or something as their gift, and they're not going to get hooked on another skincare product. Because you guys know that when they put the products on their face, they don't want to live without them. Okay? They will do anything to get them. So that's kind of how I close at the table. And then your individual close, basically just saying, does your skin feel as good as I think it looks? And they'll say yes. And just basically, you indicated that, the whole bag just sounded really exciting. We're at the table. Is that something you'd like to take home with you today? Now, you guys get all freaked out about asking for the sale and asking for the money because you feel like now you're pressuring them. You're not. You're giving them choices. And you can even say, I have 3 options. You can purchase your 3D or Ultimate 3D Miracle Set today and start using it immediately. You can start with the basic skincare, which is the 3D Miracle Set, not the Ultimate, the Miracle Set. And we can schedule your follow-up patient with friends, and you can earn the rest of it and Hostess Credit, or we can look at just starting you with just maybe a cleanser and a moisturizer to make sure you're getting on the right track, and then you can add the rest of the products at your follow-up facial with friends. Whichever you'd like to do is fine with me. Now keep in mind, guys, people mostly pick the one in the middle. If you have 3 choices, you'll almost always pick the one in the middle. I'm so sorry. But so you want to put a good size package in the middle. The 3D Miracle Set, you could do, if you're doing botanicals, you put the 3 steps of the botanical, the highest level would be the 4 steps with the extra scrub, and then the basic step would be the cleanser and maybe the moisturizer. If you're looking at the Clear Proof, same thing. But I really, if you want to add on and say, and I have my sets closing sheet and I can't get to it right now, but if you want to say something huge here and then something pretty good size here and then something, just the Miracle Set is the third, you could do that as well. Think about who your audience is. If you have a lot of younger women, you may want to focus a little bit more on botanicals. I demo time-wise on everyone. And then I say, when we have your individual consultation, we will choose which products are best for your skin type. But I start everyone by trying the 3D because that is what most women are going to want. Today, I have a show with 4 women and 2 have already said they're dying to try the Volufarm. They're going to try the 3D because that's what comes in the starter kit. I'm going to talk about the Volufarm and how it's different from the 3D. Okay, so basically when you're closing that sale, and you're closing at the table, you basically want to just say, I'm going to meet with you each of them individually. My words. My hostess is going to do satin hands at the kitchen sink, and there's a little display of the satin hands while I close with you individually. Now, here's where a little bit of tweaking came in. Andrea's got some new, fresh words for you when you're closing it individually.
Okay, so excited. I do need to acknowledge that on the other side of my window, my kids, my son and his friend, are playing wall ball against my home, and they keep hitting very close to the window. So if I happen to jump up and scream at them, please don't think I'm a mean mama. I just do not want a broken window. It is a softball, not a softball, but a softer ball. So, okay, so we get so anxious and worried because, again, we have a thought that we don't want to be a salesy person. Okay. So here's the deal, you guys. When Joanna was a teacher, if somebody came and said, my son needs to be reading at a 5th grade level and he's reading at a 3rd grade level, and at the end of the time, she says, well, I think that your son could easily read at a 5th grade level if we got together 3 times a week, but I know that might be tough. So we could just get together once a year, and that cost might be a little bit better for you because I don't want to be pushy and I don't want to be that kind of, teacher. You guys, that's not what she wants. She wants to have her son at a 5th grade level. So if she was really being an excellent professional, she would say, I based your son's current level. I evaluated your son's current level. And in order for him to get to 5th grade level, we really need to start with the Cadillac collection. It would be a $3.99 investment 3 times a week. Is that something you're willing to do? Based on what she wanted. So I invite you right now to say, whoa, I don't want to be pushy. I want to be a professional, masterful beauty consultant and to help my client get what she wants. So with that being said, if somebody comes in and has completed their customer profile card, I recommend reading it. And Joanna taught me this at the very beginning. Before you start your class and you're sort of going around meeting people, they're filling out their customer profile card. I actually do it way before. I have a Google Doc that I send them, and then I have a conversation with them before they arrive. But if you haven't met them and you just, maybe scoot down right next to her, I normally come up to her side while she's writing, and I say, I know you're filling out your profile, but tell me, what is the one thing you'd like to improve most about your complexion? And she's looking in the mirror, and I go, okay, touch your skin, look in the mirror. And she might say, I can't stand all these blemishes. Okay, great. Oh, I'm so dry. I look 100 years old and I'm only 27. Okay, great. So I'm getting at least their number one, most important achievement.
Yeah.
That's important, you guys. You want to have them write that on the card. I'll tell you later how I make it fun in the very beginning because I add something that Joanna doesn't normally do, but that is something that I want to make sure is front and center because when I have my individual close, I want to know, what did she come here looking for? What was her main objective? So at that moment where we're sitting individually and we're close, we're not across the table, we're some, knee to knee or a little bit separated, and I can say, oh my gosh. Okay, Cindy, how does your skin feel? Feels great. Did you have fun? Yeah. Well, it's up to you. What set is going to be the best one for you to take home today? She's going to say something. She might say, oh, I think I'm going to start with the mascara. Now, okay, first set. So you do need to ask the right questions. Be aware of what you're asking. And I go, oh my gosh, that's great. What else? And I'm just writing and I'm looking down. I'm not looking at her. I'm writing slowly. If she says, well, that'll be it, I can easily say, oh my gosh, that's great. You're going to love our mascara. I think that's going to be a wonderful addition to your glamour. Tell me, are you open to a suggestion? May I give a suggestion? Sure. Well, I heard when you walked in that your biggest concern, you wrote down right here, is your unevenness to your skin. Is that something you're really serious about having improved? Oh yeah, but I do have some stuff at home, she might say. I would easily say, well, the 3D Miracle Set that you started using today, you tried today, is really guaranteed to give results in 4 weeks of lightened skin, firming 11 age-defying benefits, and I guarantee that you would absolutely see the improvement in your unevenness. Do you think that that's something we could talk about financing or fitting it into your budget today? You're just basically asking if she's open to it. So at this point, sometimes people go, I really do want that. Okay, maybe, yeah, tell me what it would be. And then I would easily go into, which I like to have these numbers already pre-written. So my sets, I sort of have the general numbers broken down on a little index card that I keep in my money bag. Sorry, my battery's going low. Okay, so then I can say, oh my gosh, well, I see in your questions, you answered, if money was no object, you would love to go home with a Cadillac collection. If she didn't answer it, ask that right then, oh my gosh, well, tell me. Okay, Cindy, if you won the lottery, what would you really love to use? I mean, your skin, how does it feel? Would you like your skin to feel like that every day? Okay, great. So the things that you wrote down would be about, we could break it down. It would be 100 down and then 2 post-dated checks of 50. Do you think that would work for you? And you just shut up and you wait for her to say something. If she goes, oh, no, that's too much. Then we say, okay, well, out of this list, or you pick up your picture of your set. Well, let's just talk about what would be the most important to get the evenness, and then what maybe we could take off. And let's just try a different total. Okay, I don't necessarily need the eye makeup remover right now. I don't wear mascara, or I'm buying mascara, but she might say something else. So then you just adjust it, you guys. If she absolutely is like, no, you know what, I'm not, I said I wasn't going to buy anything. I promised my husband. You guys, I will do what Joanna did to me. And I'll look around. I'll say, okay, I don't do this with everybody, but I really, really know you're going to love the way your skin feels and how light it is when you use my skincare. I'll send you home with this little sample. And I tell you what, I'm going to give you 24 hours. I think you would be a great hostess. You already wrote down 6 people. If we could help you earn it for free, would you be excited to get it? Okay, great. I'm going to give you the special for the next 24 hours. And if you decide to go ahead and start using it before your party, then that first, I will give you the same special that I give for tonight only. And that way we can have your party go towards your second and third payment. Would you be excited about getting it for free? So you're really working those, I full circle. Okay. I'm trying to find out what she could get excited about and fit into her budget. I can ask her the budget, but again, going back to, oh my gosh, I think that's a great purchase. May I make a suggestion? And then go into, you really mentioned the skin that you wanted for unevenness. I think this set would be the best for you. Is there any reason why we couldn't start you on that set? So again, just going back to making that suggestion very gently, and then finding out what her next objection would be.
And also, sorry for getting up, but I wanted to grab this real quick and realize it was right here. On our Facebook page, we have the sets from Joni. And you guys, I have been using this one, which is on Facebook page of my website. But this is amazing because it basically takes whatever set or whatever skincare system you're focusing with them, and it shows them the different specials. Here's the 3D. Here's the Time-Wise Repair. Here's the Clear Proof. Here's the Botanicals. It has each set, and it's color-coded. So, and then she also gives us the fillers for the trays. So what I did was I printed all of this off, and then I actually went into FedEx on Mary Kay In Touch, and I ordered enough copies of these for each one of my guests to have them. And if you just want to do one set, that's fine. You can do one set, laminate it, and have it right there in the middle of the table. And then when you go to do your clothes, like I know these ladies today, they might want Voluform, they might want 3D. I'll take both those sets out and say, now here are the benefits of 3D, here's the benefits of Voluform. Which set do you want to take home with you today? That's what I say. Which set do you want to take home with you today? What set do you want to, before you go to bed tonight, be able to put on your face? What set do you want to wake up to in the morning? It's called selling the sizzle and assuming the sale. I know too that when I do things out of my home, I have 2 skincare sets set up right there. You know, if I think they're going to be 3D chicks, I have the combination oily and the normal dry. Now, not everybody has that kind of inventory, but if not, then have a picture of it. But if you can have the set right there, then you can say, pick up your set and come meet with me individually. Now they've touched it. This is why in department stores, they have so many things for women. Very good, Andrea. Oh, look at her ripping that sucker open.
Underneath everybody's chair. That's how we were taught.
Underneath everybody's chair. I mean, that's some serious inventory, but it's kind of cool to say, okay, open up your bag. Let's pull out the things that you chose not to take home with you today. They don't like doing
that. This is how we were taught. Everybody has a bag under their chair, and then you have, Joanna tells us to take out what we don't want to take home today. This is powerful, you guys.
So not everybody can do that. I understand that. But to sell that type of sizzle and have those sets and have pictures of it in front of them and have them pick up that picture, this is why in department stores, when you go into the women's department, everything is at hip and shoulder level, because women walk through department stores touching things in the clothing sections and everything. We touch things. Men, it's up against the wall in racks and then in long rows, because men don't have to touch everything. They're like, I wear that, I want it in black, I want that, bam, done. But women are touchers, we're feelers, we're very tactile. So have them pick up that sheet, have them pick up that roll it back, have them pick up that miracle set and bring it with them to the individual clothes. And y'all know that those of you who listen to it, I know Jill said she's listened to it 3 times. On November 26th, that recording we did, Andrea talks about going into a bathroom that just had a toilet in the side of a tub and balancing on the side of the tub to close the sale individually with each person privately. That's what we do. If there are 2 people at the table, you pull them away and you close the sale. If there are 5 people, you pull them away to close the sale, or you send them into the kitchen or wherever they're going to do satin hands and have refreshments, and you sit at the table with them and you close with them there. That is crucial. When I don't do that, I don't get the sales, I don't get the relationship building, and I don't get the trust built in. But when you do that individual, it takes a little bit more time. You do that individual close, that individual one-to-one, knee-to-knee, nose-to-nose, as Rena Tarver used to say, belly button to belly button, then you build that relationship with them. All right. So, Andrea, you were going to close with just an awesome little reading on affirmations. This is, you know, a skill set of affirmations is just really acknowledging valuable assets in people and their talents, skill sets, and really getting it deep down in a really quick way. You don't have to spend hours doing it, but really just letting them know that you appreciate them for who they are. And Andrea did a good one earlier with me, and I just loved hearing it, so I'll let her do that one again.
Well, first of all, you guys, I, again, was at my January advance this weekend, and I got to tell you that there's so much that is important to grow you. You know, some of us think, oh, I'm just going to come in and become, you know, a national sales director, or I'm going to be a millionaire. This is not a get rich quick business. It's a business. And so if you haven't developed those business skills or those people skills, it may be more investment on your end in the very beginning to see the results. So don't give up. And also, don't shortchange yourself. You need to be at your meetings, especially if you don't already have these skill sets. And so I was there at the meeting, and I realized one of the topics, two things that they brought up was, one, reading in between the lines. And how are you going to be a destination red achiever? It really is about not only knowing what to say, but the between the lines. And it's how you are with people. How do they feel when they're in your presence? And so we talked about the art of affirmation. And I want to bring this to your attention, but Joanna and I will go over this more and more, and we're just going to constantly help you grow in this. And I encourage you. In fact, I'm a learner. I'm not somebody that waits for somebody to prepare a workshop. I go to the library. The moment I signed my agreement, Joanna will laugh at those. She remembers I went and got 10 books on makeup application at the library in Fayetteville, North Carolina, because I didn't know anything. I wasn't going to wait for her training, although I am, of course, excited about being at every training she has, but I was also proactive. So please, please, please find what you need and then seek it. And then we will, of course, add to that. And the art of affirmation, there's actually a great book out. And I want to just read to you what an affirmation is. Affirmation is the sincere expression of appreciation for someone's gifts, virtues, or special talents. It's the reassurance that one has something special to offer. Through affirmation, one human being recognizes and acknowledges the good in another. Affirmation is a message that says, I appreciate you. So there's ways that we do this. And I'll tell you, it was something I had to learn. And it's okay. Start wherever you're at. Start to look around and just show appreciation for things that maybe we aren't ever noticing. You know, oh my gosh, thank you for the clean fork to your waitress. I mean, who doesn't want a clean fork? But sometimes people don't get clean forks. These are little things that can grow upon itself. So start wherever. Just start appreciating. It's not just a thank you, but it's an appreciation with a specific quality or action that they did. So I just want to share, I can say to Joanna, you are so great at praising others. And I have no doubt that she's going to really, really appreciate that. But what if I said, Joanna, and it's okay if you need to write notes because I want to make her feel special. Joanna, you shine the light on others everywhere you go as naturally as taking a breath of fresh air. Now, it's not that I'm special for writing that, but do you feel the difference? And I know we're all getting better at this. So I really think that it's a great read in between the lines. How are you going to not only sell enough to be on that destination red, invite people to be on your team, but the art of building people up underneath of you is really going to be where affirming and helping people understand it's okay to be scared. Sometimes we're all scared, but we have to feel the fear and do it anyway. And guess what, girls? We're together. And when we are together and we stay together, we don't try to do it by ourselves and not go to meetings, or do it by ourselves and not call each other, especially when you need a mentor that's been there, who's done that, who can help you. Guess what? When we're like this, we all flourish.
Love it. Andrea, thank you so much for sharing. And I love your commitment to excellence.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, have an amazing week, and look for an announcement from your director regarding individual coaching. Talk to me Tuesday, anything like that you guys need. We are here to support you, and we just hope you have an amazing and fantastic week. On 3, we're going to say bye, y'all. 1, 2, 3. Bye, y'all.